This champion seriously has just elevated my lineup to the next level, baby. My friends, I got a simple question to ask you. Are you looking as good as me right now? If not, you need to get dressed up right now, whether it's the Gucci goggles, maybe you got to get yourself the Gucci robe, your Amazonian wealth, whatever it might be. I need you guys feeling good because we're going to be talking about a champion that has made me feel so good in this game. Dare I say, one of the most transformative, legendary champions I have had the pleasure of unlocking in my roster. And speaking of having the pleasure of unlocking something, if you're a new player and you haven't downloaded Raid yet, use my link down below, scan my QR code. We're gonna be able to get you to Gar for free right away. Then Ugo at level 15, and then Deacon Armstrong, one of the best epic champions of all time at level 40, all for free. Some of the best epics to get you going and best support champions as well. All right, people. Enough screwing around. We need to chat about this character right here. Come on over. Come on over. Oh, apparently we're going to the Kyber Club. All right. All right, welcome back, my friends. I was worried you guys weren't going to make it here in time because you know what we're going to talk about here. You know, it takes a while to build up champions, right? When you get them, it's like all fun. It takes a bit of time to finally put them together. And now that I finally put together this one champion that I unlocked last month around Easter, I'm like, I really want to talk about this one with you guys. I want to first start off with this before we talk about the featured champion of my roster for today. There's only been a few champions I can give this honor of saying my roster was absolutely transformed. Like, I felt like I was able to achieve a higher level of power, dominance that I never felt before. One of them was Geomancer. Geomancer is the man. When you get him, cool. You're going to just be able to beat everything, it feels like, with that burn effect. Again, we're not going to talk too much about him. He's not the champion for it today. Early on, when I first started Raid Shadow Legends, Ninja was that champion that also just took me to the next level, and I still use him to this day. It was my first 6 red star as well. This was another one of those champions that just absolutely transformed my roster to a whole new level, and I just saw new heights that I couldn't reach before. Today, what I want to talk about is another champion on the list of the very small list of absolutely transformed. Now, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of great characters, but this one, just especially finally getting locked in, getting work done. This one right here, Helicath, oh my gosh. Let me just say, he's not even like fully ready for action. You can see my artifacts are a bit mismatchy. Do I even have masteries on him? Yeah, we got masteries on him. And yeah, so he's not like 100% there yet. But you know what? I felt like I doubled my power in some of the content that I was taking down. So I just want to do a little tour with Helicath for the moment. In case you guys don't know what this guy's all about, we're going to get you to know what this guy's about. So let me do this first. Actually, hold the phone for a second. Give me a second. We're going to do a quick jump cut here. I want to show you something here.
A few inches later.
This is a 4.5 star rated champion overall on the Helicath website. If you like to use that kind of as your blueprint Bible. So good for Hydra, Demon Lord, pretty much all the dungeons. Great for arenas. You can do some really wacky combos like Helicath with, you know, Ultimate Death Knight, things of that nature. And yeah, Chimera as well, pretty decent as well. I just, especially when it came to the Demon Lord, Hydra, and doing things like the Iron Twins, oh my gosh, things just became infinitely easier. So let's just go show some stuff. I'm sure you've seen some builds and like things that push them to put the pedal to the metal. I just want to show you what I'm using for. So right now you can see my artifacts aren't like super ideal. I kind of focus on trying to get speed, and of course like the primaries, like, you know, he needs a lot of defense on his kit. Yeah, just a lot of defensive stuff on him. Not quite the artifact sets I would recommend right now. Again, it's always hard getting the primaries you want, the speed, the crit rates, all that stuff, and have the right set. But if you're gonna make sure you mod them up correctly, where is it at? Yeah, you probably want to stick to things like this, but you would definitely want to focus on, you know, defense and speed are the two most important thing. Fortitude, defense, relentless, reflex, savage. If you're focusing on the PvE stuff, which I am, or if you're going to use them inside of PvP, then you're going to do things like stone scan, protection, fortitude, savage. So for me, I just kind of do mishmash things for right now until I can get the full artifact sets, and that's what I'm saying. I don't have them at full power. I don't even have them with the ascended gear and whatnot, and I've been just getting work done. So let's go ahead and do a quick, just a quick little sampling of what I would do on a daily basis. He's just made it into like my permanent lineup and pretty much everything I do. So let's start off with the clan boss real quick. I waited all day to just, oh, let's first see. Come on, sacred shard, sacred shard, sacred shard. No, we got an ancient. I'll take it though. I'll take it. What do we have here? No speed. Get out of here. All right, let's see. Sacred shard, sacred shard, No, another ancient though. And we have here, there we go. I might keep it. Sometimes, just keep it for right now. It's got speed. It's got a percentage primary. All right, not gonna get an ancient shard here, but let's see what we get. Something shard. We got an epic skill tomb. All right, no speed. Get out of here. Do another one. Okay, come on. Ooh, legendary skill book. Oh, I don't know what that one is. All right, mystery. Oh, we have one more crate to go. Grandmaster. All right, and speed. You'll keep it. Beautiful. All right, and nothing special there. All right, so let's get down to work. Let me just show you this thing first. For the first time ever, Helicath in my nightmare sim has gotten me above 100 million damage. Now, let me put it this way. Generally, when I do this, I could one key it, but I would probably stick around, like let's just say 50 million damage when I sim it. Literally with Helicath alone, and we'll go over his kit, I basically doubled it just from that one character. So let's go ahead. Let's do a quick battle. Let's see if I'll get to the 100 million again for today. And it's definitely some other good champions paired along with this. Let's see, 100 million, 100 million, 100 million. Oh boy, 104.58 million. I literally doubled my score with Helicath. And he does all right damage too on him. So it's not like he's a weak hitter. He does some great stuff to keep the team alive. And that's what I'm saying. And even, I know that was just Nightmare. In Ultra Nightmare, I am getting dangerously close to one king. I basically made it to like 60 million on one run. If I would play it on manual, and probably there's a lot of optimization when it comes to speeds, for example, I could probably one kit. It's gonna take some time and figure out how to optimize all the speeds appropriately. I think you guys always talk about a Deadwood Jedi, something like that. They have a resource. I'm gonna check that out. I digress though. Let me just go now, and we'll show some other pieces of content here in a moment, and how this is also transformed other ways for me. With the Helicath kit, what makes it so darn special? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Here's what makes him so special. A few things. Let's actually just start off with this. He has a 2-turn block damage buff. That's 2 turns of like just not taking any damage. I mean, do I need to explain this even more? Then furthermore, whenever block damage buff placed on an ally by this champion is removed, stolen, expires, they get 60% increased defense. So even when you don't have block damage, you're getting defense increases to hold you over until you get there again. And this is a 4-turn cooldown. It's not, it's not the lowest thing, but it's easy to bring it down a little bit more. For example, I know I probably should give some credit to Grand Oak Padraig. He's able to reduce cooldowns on his basic ability. So there's some good stuff going on there as well, but that's a whole other character for a whole other day for another conversation. That's huge. This right here is also huge. Placing a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, and the value of the shield is proportional to the champion's defense. That's why defense is going to be incredibly important. The bigger the defense pool he has, or let's see where mine's at right now. Mine's at, what is that? Do the math. A quick math. I can't do it. My brain doesn't work like that. We have ourselves here a massive shield buff. The team just feels incredibly durable, and if you can last a lot longer in battle, well, guess what? Your score is going to be a lot higher, and that's why I've seen my teams just make it much farther in the clan boss, for example, than I ever could. And the basic also's got some nice stuff. It's all right. Gets the weaken on him, right? Okay, you can ignore shield, block damage. All right, pretty nifty stuff. And then the unique ability, also don't forget, he's going to increase his own defense by 5% for each ally under a block damage buff, and he counterattacks with his basic whenever an ally is hit. So that's why he's able to get some good damage out there. I have him right now with the cruelty blessing, so I can keep trying to reduce the bosses or whomever's defense over and over again. So we got some pretty nice stuff there, and I just showed you right there, just doing a quick one key on the Nightmare, literally doubled my score on it's auto, right? Of course I played a manual, I could get it even higher. But let's go talk about another game mode that I had already locked in. Well, I would drop a lot of keys here and there, and that is the Iron Twins. Now, I've made a video showing me beating this for the first time. It's basically more or less the same strategy. Let's go take a look at it real quick. I will splurge for this video. I probably don't know if it's worth it generally, but anyways, we're gonna do it. Also, sped up the run too. So you guys have seen me do this before, where before I had White Queen and Cora here. Long story short, we talked about this before. Geomancer with a bunch of support champions, healers, revivers, easy win. Adding Helicath to my lineup turned this from something that would I would maybe drop 2 battles, maybe 1 battle a day, some bad days 3 if things just go terribly wrong, to now I'm able to one-shot this every single time. No more drop battles, all because of Helicath. I could probably mix up the lineup a little bit more. I don't even know if I need the Mythia. because she's got block damage, but I already have plenty of block damage. So I just want to show you guys real quick what this looks like. We're just gonna throw it on auto, and again, that massive block damage buff just changes things to a whole other level. So they're gonna get their thing going, and there we go. We got a little block damage for the Mythia, got the burning, and then we had Helicath. Like, bro, let me take that to a 2-turn now. But again, if you have block damage, especially against annoying bosses like the Iron Twins, you're gonna just survive a lot longer. So, you know, take some time, but look how massive the shield is that these guys have. Absolutely insane how much durability they have now. So it's like no matter what, you're either under a block damage buff or you got incredibly amounts of defense, shield. This champion seriously has just elevated my lineup to the next level, baby. I mean, look, no care in the world. Boom. And then as we're just chilling under the block debuffs or the block buff or block damage, we got ourselves Burn, Smite doing their thing. We have Smite from Lady Noelle, Burning from Geomancer, the other champion. It just transformed my roster. And yeah, we're just chilling. We're just chilling here. I think the only downside is, I believe with all these increased defenses and block damage, Geomancer's burn doesn't do as much because you're taking less damage. But it doesn't matter. You know, slow and steady wins the race. Am I right? Look at this. Just I feel like I non-stop with the Mythia and him, just non-stop block damage all the way through. Like generally the reason why I had RNG before, it's like, yeah, sometimes someone would die a little early and you gotta hope to revive them. Then if one reviver dies, it turns into this domino effect where you're just losing people left and right. But with this, well, that's a little scary right there, but don't worry. That's why we have the beautiful Godseeker Annery. We got the revive there. We're good, but come on, let's get some, yeah, I need some defense. Give me some of that defense shield. Come on, people. Now you're embarrassing me in front of my friends. There we go, got the heal. That's fine, we're gonna be good. Eventually, again, come on, Helicath, the Mythia. Don't you dare let me down. Helicath, there we go. Got our block damage buff, and we're Gucci. Look at that. There's like so many hits that we're just completely avoiding with this block damage. We need to get some Smite back on. There we go. HP burns online. Boom. Massive amounts of shield defense on our team. It is more. It's not quite a block damage, but when you have all this defense and shielding on you, you're essentially blocking the damage, and that should basically wrap it up right there. Yeah. This is for, oh shoot, it did a complete refill. I thought it was only gonna be one key. I've never actually done a refresh on all the keys. I thought it was just one key. Well, there we go. All right, cool. I'll be able to do this a few more times. But basically at this point, I have this at a situation where Iron Twins, I had it done before, but now I don't have to feel like I'm wasting energy trying to get the last few battles. And again, all because of Helicath. And this spills into a lot of other areas out there. Hydra's also gonna be pretty nice, right? So it's not just those two game modes. As we said, we pull it up here. This is also great for Arena. Haven't used them in Arena too much yet. I probably should wiggle him in somewhere. I could probably get something good with him. But just, again, look at all the stuff that it can do. The only thing he kind of, needs a little bit of love, maybe is that Fire Knight and hard mode dungeon. But even the other hard mode dungeons, he does pretty decently. Again, if you're able to block the damage, get tons of shielding, all that stuff, all that defense, absolutely bonker kit. So the moral of the story is you can't really just go out of your way and get him specifically. But if you do get him, let's just say you're gonna be in for a good time. I love this champion so much. I really just want to give him a quick shout out in this video today. Again, I have a lot of cool champions in my roster, but Helicath definitely up there as one of the most transformative characters that I have unlocked him. And dang, he looks pretty darn sick. You know what else is pretty sick as well? Our giveaway. Use the link down below, scan our QR code, and if you're a new player, we're gonna get you right away to Gore. Pretty epic, just like his rarity is called. And then at level 15, you're gonna get Ugo. And then lastly, and certainly not leastly, you're gonna be getting Deacon Armstrong, one of the best epics in the game, period, hands down. You know Sonic when he says gotta go fast? That's Deacon Armstrong. So that's all I got for you guys today. Just wanted to share the good news, share one of my favorite champions now in my account. Leave that like, comment down below, subscribe. If you have any other tips to make Helicath even better, definitely let me know down below. I want to make him even stronger than he already is. And until then, always remember, it's great to be a demon spawn today. It's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.